Hey, what's good, everyone? Happy New Year. I hope 2022 will be the year that you get the consistency you're looking for and you achieve your goals in trading. Yep. So I'm gonna break down my trades on gold. This was a request from a subscriber and someone in on my Instagram as well. So I'm gonna do that. So the trades were around this area here. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna just go straight into it. So this area was an area for sales, and that's not even up for argument. This is a zone that so we had this zone here. This was my zone. Why was this my zone? It's very simple. This area took that liquidity, broke that low that caused that stop hunt, and then it sold off. When it came back, I was focused on the 15-minute time frame, which is what I do every single day. So I have my Asian range here, which is this gray box. And usually I'm gonna wait for Asia high to be taken out before I sell, or Asia low to be taken out before I buy. But here buy was out of the question because I was obviously on a supply. And the reason why I didn't wait for Asia high to be taken out is because the Asia high caused a sweep. And when that happens, I look for my trade at the supply that Asia high created. So I was on the 3 minute, which is my favorite time frame to look for entries on gold. And I don't want to bar replay it so it doesn't take too long, but I'm gonna cut it here just to make it easier to flick through time frames. So what I saw was a stop hunt because from Asia, right? Then I have these low being taken out. To me, that was the supply that everyone would look to sell from. And we actually get a reaction, but to me, that was my inducement or my liquidity before the area I actually wanted to sell from, which is that candle. I took two trades here. One was right at that liquidity being taken out. Stop loss above this, which I believe to be the strong high, and I just target this low, which is my weak low on the M15. And I took another trade. That's why I had two screenshots right at the 3 minute POI, and both of them were here. So I took my full profits here on the top one, and I took partials on the bottom one here because I had a final target on the previous day low. So this was my final target, and that's why I had the re-entry just before New York. And another thing I added to this was time confluence. So this was exactly London Open, and this is my bar within which I look for entries during London, and this is my bar within which I look for entries during New York. So this was actually pre-New York, but I just used that to limit the times I'm on the charts looking for entries, and that's pretty good. Like that's a pretty good discipline to have. So what did I see? Another thing I saw was this supply, this demand, sorry, not holding. So there was a reaction, and if we go on the 5 minute time frame, can actually refine it, and we'll see a reaction to that, but there was no follow through, right? So we then took this demand, and at this point I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be re-entries. And when I saw this support, resistance, break and retest, that was added confluence to me That was liquidity to be run before we continued down. And I had two zones. I have this zone on the 5, exactly where I have the imbalance, closed the imbalance, but my entry was on the 3 minute again, which is this one. So this was my trade with a 15 pip stop loss. And then of course I had my first targets here, but my final target was the previous day low. So it's simple as that. That was my trade. And if we go to the broker I use, the broker feed I use, forex.com, I believe those are the trades. That is Thursday, yeah. That's the first one. That is the second one. So, yeah, let's go to Fridays. So, what happened on Friday? I need to go to Oanda to continue breaking it down. Alright. So, on Friday, we were still around the same zone, right? That was the same zone that was the reason for my previous day trade. So I was like, if we don't break this, I'm gonna take an entry. And what I saw, let me just go back to some refinements. I was like, is there anything else here that we could mitigate before we break this zone? So I'm not gonna buy here, regardless of what happens. There's no way this is a zone to buy. So it makes sense to sell. So I'm going to sell. So let me see if I can do this, just so I can show the refinement I did to give me the confidence to take the trade. I think it was the 3 minute again, and it was this candle right there. So I'm gonna add the ray to this, and that was it, right? This was all I did. So when price came here, I took my trade right there on that refinement. Stop loss above, I believe it was a 12 pip. I had a 12 pip around there. And then I was targeting Asia low. That was my trade for the day. So, and I had confluence to this, of course. I had the Asia high, I had equal highs being taken out. And yeah, sure, you had continuation trades on New York, which I didn't take, and you could have taken if you were looking, I don't know, on the 5 minute. That's an imbalance close. After this whole break, you have your inducement, you have these areas, your inducement, and then it takes out and it drops. So those were my trades. And again, I was going for this demand as the final targets, but because of news, I closed my trades at Asia low because I didn't want to lose all this profit, and this pullback could come to my entry. So I just closed here and I didn't take any continuation, but you could take continuations and have your final targets around there, which were my final target. I should have left some, but I didn't, and it's okay. So this is the breakdown. I hope you guys liked it, and I'm more than willing to do more breakdowns if you guys ask for it. I might do one on Euro USD. So just stay tuned and leave a comment if you liked it and if you want me to explain anything better, or yeah. Just follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description, and yeah, see you guys later.